Welcome to the Deep Dive. Our mission today, it's to give you the ultimate shortcut to understanding a really fascinating, sometimes complicated, and maybe often misunderstood region. Wallonia, that's the southern half of Belgium.
That's right. And it's a big area.
Yeah.
Covers over half of Belgium's landmass.
Exactly. Yet it's defined by this incredible history of global industrial dominance that kind of vanished almost overnight.
Yeah, leaving behind some deep economic and, cultural paradoxes we want to explore.
So what are we working with today?
Our sources give us a pretty rich tapestry. We've got specifics on Walloon demographics, unique language traits, things like that.
Okay.
And also the surprising tensions around its UNESCO-recognized traditions and this modern push for tourism development.
Tourism, right. That always brings complexities.
Definitely. So we're going to try and unpack the Walloon identity, trace its roots from, say, the Gallo-Romans right up to the 21st century challenge of managing a tourist economy that is, in some ways, imported.
Imported tourism. Okay, that sounds intriguing. So let's set the stage first. Geographically, Wallonia, it's about, 16,900 square kilometers?
Just about, yeah. 16,901 square kilometers. And it's landlocked, borders France, Germany, and Luxembourg.
Namur is the capital, but Charleroi is the biggest city population-wise.
Correct. And the region is overwhelmingly French-speaking.
Ah, but not just any French, right? Our sources mention this distinct Walloon French.
Exactly. It's got this wonderful linguistic nuance. Little things that immediately flag a speaker as Belgian or maybe Swiss, but definitely not French from France.
Like the numbers.
Like the numbers, using septante for 70 and nonante for 90.
Instead of 70 and 80. I love that. Honestly, it feels so much more logical.
It really does, doesn't it? And that linguistic root, it goes back a long, long way. The region's ancestors were Gallo-Romans.
Right.
Referred to by their Germanic neighbors as the Walla, which is actually the source of the name Walloon. They spoke vulgar Latin.
And then historically, part of the Netherlands after Napoleon.
For a time, yes. Before the Belgian Revolution in 1830 kind of solidified modern Belgium. And this history matters because for centuries, they weren't just defined by language, but by raw economic might.
Okay, let's talk about that economic might. It was centered around this Sillon industrial, is that right? The industrial furrow.
Precisely, that's the backbone. Running along the Sambre and Meuse river valleys, powering cities like Liège and Charleroi.
Because of the resources there.
Absolutely. Historically, one of the most resource-rich parts of Europe, just saturated with coal and iron.
And during the Industrial Revolution, this place was huge.
Huge is an understatement. To really grasp it, Wallonia wasn't just industrialized. It was the first fully industrialized area in continental Europe.
Wow, the first.
And relative to its size and population, it ranked as the second industrial power in the entire world. Only the UK was ahead.
Second in the world relative to size. That's incredible. That must have been the bedrock of Belgian prosperity then.
It absolutely was.
Yeah.
For a very long time.
So, being such a powerhouse, how quickly did that power dissolve? And what kind of impact did that have? Politically, maybe culturally?
Well, the dissolution was swift and pretty brutal, mostly after World War II.
Okay.
The heavy industries, coal and steel, they just became antiquated, inefficient, and crucially, the local coal reserves started to run out.
Right.
This economic decline created a profound reversal of fortune because historically, Flanders up north was the poorer, more agricultural region. And so when Wallonia's economy collapsed, that wealth dynamic completely flipped. And that led to the deep economic inequalities and really critically, the political conflicts between the regions that we still see playing out in Belgium today.
So that north-south wealth divide, that friction, it really defines the structure of Belgian federalism now. That's kind of the core insight, isn't it? Wallonia's boom and bust is right at the root of the country's political tensions.
Precisely. It forced them into massive restructuring. And while some areas are, frankly, still dealing with the legacy of that industrial decay, modern Wallonia has diversified pretty remarkably.
Into what sorts of fields?
Well, specialized, often high-tech areas. Things like armaments, high-grade glass production, sophisticated aviation parts, even niche industries like cyclotrons. The machines for particle acceleration.
Right, high-tech stuff.
But they also still leverage their foundational industrial materials, like lime and limestone. Those remain globally important exports.
Yep.
And of course, tourism is now a vital part of the economy too. Think of Spa, for instance.
The town that gave its name to all spas everywhere.
The very one. A historic thermal town, also UNESCO recognized now.
Okay, so a real commitment to technological persistence and leveraging heritage. If the main economic engine died, how did Wallonia manage to hold on to its distinct identity and pride? Did they sort of double down on traditions and culture?
They absolutely did. And the preservation effort is incredible. You can see it just in the architecture. They have these stunning medieval belfries, like the one in Tournai. That's another UNESCO site.
And you mentioned UNESCO. It connects back to the industrial side too, right? They celebrate that technology.
That's right. They actually commemorate the Industrial Revolution through monuments like the amazing hydraulic boat lifts on the Canal de Seine.
Ah, the boat lifts?
Yeah, they're engineering marvels. Some are historic UNESCO sites themselves. And the new Strepi lift, which replaced some older ones, it's actually the world's largest boat lift. It handles a 73-meter incline.
Wow, 73 meters.
It's not just a big structure, it's kind of a statement, about their commitment to maintaining massive, efficient infrastructure, even after the coal mine shut down.
But the real jewel in the cultural crown, the intangible heritage, that has to be the Carnival of Binche, right?
Oh, absolutely. This is truly unique. UNESCO recognized its intangible cultural heritage back in 2003.
So what happens? When is it?
The main events run on the Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday right before Ash Wednesday. But the whole build-up, the preparations, they start maybe 7 weeks earlier.
And the stars are the Gilles?
The Gilles, yes.
Yeah.
These figures. What's the sociological context? Why are they so important?
Well, the Gilles are traditionally male, aged anywhere from 3 to 60, and their symbolic role is ancient. Many scholars think it links back to pre-Lenten rituals, maybe even pagan ones, meant to ensure a good harvest or ward off evil spirits.
Okay, ancient roots.
They wear these incredibly vibrant, distinctive costumes, red, black, yellow, wooden footwear, wax masks.
Masks? Yes, for part of it. Then on Shrove Tuesday, they dance from dawn. They use sticks to literally beat the ground, the idea being to dispel winter spirits.
And then they swap the masks for those famous feather hats you mentioned.
Exactly, those incredible massive hats adorned with ostrich feathers. Our sources point out those hats can cost over $300 just to rent for the day.
$300 just to rent.
Yeah, which is a significant investment. And it does raise attention. Is this deep tradition becoming sort of economically inaccessible for some local families? It's that balance between cultural preservation and, well, economic barriers.
That's a really interesting point. And then comes the part everyone talks about, the oranges.
Ah, yes, the vigorous throwing of oranges.
Oh.
They throw blood oranges into the crowd. It's considered good luck to receive one.
But don't throw them back.
Absolutely not. Throwing them back is a massive insult. And the tradition is so intense, so vigorous, that residents along the parade route will literally seal their windows to prevent damage.
Sealing windows. That paints a picture. It's such a specific, beautifully intense expression of Walloon culture.
It really is.
And traditions born from that dense history, they're preserved on the plate too, aren't they? Tell us about the food culture.
Walloon gastronomy, it's often described as authentic and generous, really rooted in rural traditions, emphasizing local produce. If you're traveling there, look for the Table de Terroir label that signifies a commitment to showcasing local sourcing.
Okay.